have been a friend of Kirby's for more than 40 years, and I will serve as your master of ceremony for today's program. The question that some of you may be asking is, why are we honoring the tall man of soul? Some of you may be asking the question, why does Kirby gravitate towards radio personalities, politicians, and police officers? Some of you may recall that several months ago that Rudy Powell, who is an area photographer, was honored by Sabrina Squire at Channel 12 for his acts of kindness to the Richmond community. Rudy was nominated for that award by Kirby Carmichael. Kirby said, Rudy is always doing things great for other people, and it's time we give something to him. Shortly after that story was aired, another friend of his by the name of James Hickman came to me and said, hey Walt, it's time we did something to honor Kirby. But Hickman did something that was a little bit different. He immediately went to Sheriff C.T. Woody, who's my boss, and the sheriff told me, he said, the date is going to be Saturday, August the 20th, 6 o'clock at Club 533, and my responsibility was to get Kirby here. So the question became, how could we pull off something like this on Kirby? And what I shared with them was that it will not be a surprise because he keeps everything locked in his phone. So if you want to know who his friends are, don't believe what you read on Facebook. His friends are locked in his phone. What I have given you is just a snapshot of what is going to come this evening. So at this time, I would ask Reverend Doc Edlow to come forward to deliver the invocation. And then we're going to eat, and then in around about 30 minutes, we're going to be back, and we're going to dissect Kirby Carmichael. We're going to break it down to those small parts, because there's some people here that want to tell the story about Kirby. Doc Edlow.
Well, you know, us preachers won't do things right. And since it's this time of the year, I'm up there on the road and have a run. But it's good to be here for my hard-headed patient. But you know, I had to put up with him because I was calling number 9 so many times without dialing the phone to have tickets to the fight, Bird, Wind, and Fire, and all those things. So we just thank Kirby for that. And then he's the one that gave me the opportunity to be a part of this radio thing. About 9 years ago, I was out trying to figure out how I could do little infomercials. And he called me on the phone. They said, you want to do a radio show? I said, yeah. So 9 years, and we're going to shut it down in a couple of weeks, but it's been fun. Let us pray.
I just heard him say it, so I'm going to repeat what I heard him say. He said that his mission was to fill this city with soul. So now, we're talking about a northerner. So now, my family is from Maryland, just across the Mason-Dixon line. But we call ourselves northerners, but we're actually from the South. But Kirby is a northerner because he knows that he tells people that he hails from New Jersey. But guess what? He's been here since 1970 and he has been fully southernized. What I mean by that is that Kirby eats greens, he eats fried green tomatoes, he eats catfish, spam, and every part of the pig that you can possibly describe. And he speaks a secondary language that we call Southernese. That means he says y'all, ain't, no, and we're going to make groceries. He speaks to people when he meets them, and he takes his hat off when he enters your home. Tonight you're going to hear from some of his closest friends, and you're going to hear from me. And I'm going to tell you some things that have been told to me and to Sheriff Woody by the CIA and the FBI and NSA and all those other secret agencies and so forth. But you know, when the speakers come up, we're going to pretend that this is church, and I'm the deacon. And when the preacher comes up and we're tired of listening to him, what does the deacon do? He immediately stands up and he folds his arms and says, yeah, preacher, preach. That means that your 2 minutes are going to be up. Now, so I'm going to start it off because in your program it may say that Will Green was supposed to get up and talk about Kirby's childhood. But let me tell you what I found out from talking to my friends over the CIA and what Sheriff Woody told me he found out from his friends at the DEA. Now, I know that when Kirby was growing up in New Jersey, he worked at a theater that was called the Lavoie. Am I right, tall man? Mm-hmm. And he was a ticket taker. But the advantage that Kirby had was he stood 6'6", and he would stand there with his hand up, with his eyes open, he would be dead asleep. He passed that skill on to a friend of ours who worked at Skateland with us by the name of Ronald Bailey. Bailey would do the same thing. So now, in school, because he had long legs, he ran track. See, these are things you guys didn't know. You always thought that he was just a radio personality. No. So why does he gravitate towards politicians? Because even in school, Kirby was a liar. Yeah. Yeah, I said he's a liar. Look at him and tell him, Kirby, you're a liar. Let's say it together. Kirby, you're a liar.
You're a liar. You give Kirby a hard time.
In school, Kirby said that he wanted to be a commissioner. And what that is, FBI didn't tell me. But he said, hi, I'm Kirby Carmichael. If the boys of Melville were electing me a commissioner, I promised them that I would try to do the following. I will build more playgrounds. That reminded me when he landed in a helicopter over at a school in the far west end, at a playground. And he said that if he was elected a commissioner, that he would allow people to roller skate all day long in the street. And then he brought that junk here to Richmond. And we were at 4 skate lands, roller skating. Yeah, I mean, because our pockets got fat, didn't it? Oh, yeah. Now, let's fast forward a little bit. Did you know that Kirby served in the Army? How many of you knew that? Okay? Good one, Joel, good one. He was on the Union side. He was actually stationed at Fort Leonard, Missouri. Now, they wouldn't tell me what his military occupation was because it's still under seal. But one thing I did find out, that before he came here, Kirby was a hustler. Now, what I mean by that, long before there were payday loans, long before there were payday loans, Kirby was loaning money for 50 cents on the dollar.
Oh, no, okay.
Now, that's a straight-up hustler. Because at that time, if you were in the Army, you only making about $17 a month. But he made sure that he got 17 plus half of that. He made sure he got about $25 out of you before you picked up your check.
Oh my God.
So Kirby was a hustler. But you see, you never send a person home empty-handed. Sheriff, I'd like to bring Jimmy to come over and things so that you call in.
Wow.
Friendship Award. Extraordinary friendship, willingness to share knowledge with others, and compassion for Richmond area residents. We thank you for your wisdom, mentorship, and being a great friend. August the 20th, 2016, Alma, Barnes, Harris, Hickman, Lawson, and Woody. God bless.